Do you ever feel like you're living in a parallel universe? Because I do. There's this universe here, this is where we all are, where our groceries are going through the roof, schools are crumbling, and you can't get a doctor's appointment. And then there's this universe over here, it's the Tory universe. This is where they're finding 150 judges from thin air, where they're sending refugees to Rwanda for an exorbitant cost, and where Grant Shapps is tweeting this. So look everybody, we're getting a laser. And you can imagine how this has gone down on social media, because the thing is, you just haven't got the basics right. I mean, lovely, national security is extraordinarily important, of course it is, but you have to get the nuts and bolts of a country right. We have to be fundamentally working, and we don't. Everything feels broken, and everything feels, frankly, quite rubbish. So this is the problem. Now, there was a poll out in the Times, and in this poll, they asked, should the government prioritise spending on public services or tax cuts? And do you know what? Even 52% of Conservatives said to prioritise spending. And that is because we've had no investment for over a decade. So because of austerity, because of Brexit, because of terrible fiscal management, our debt is off the scale. And yet, what have we got for all that money? Nothing. Nothing works properly. And then Grant Shapps, you give us a laser, and it just isn't good enough. I mean, the rail and doctors' strikes have cost more than it would have cost just to give them all a pay rise in the first place. And yet, as a government, they just refuse to sort anything out. And also, in that tweet, it says that this has potential. There can't be anything potential about it if you're spending taxpayer money on anything. Because potentially my children will be living with me till they're about 50 at this rate. And at that point, I'll be really, really old. And I might not be able to afford a care home. A laser doesn't right the fact that our schools are in an absolute dismal state.
When you've got your gloves on.
Have you had your coat on all day then? Is that normal for you to come in and just keep it on?
Yeah. When it's so cold, you start shivering, so your writing goes really wobbly when you're actually writing it, because our hands are shaking so much because we're so cold.
We're all paying so much tax. Where's all the money going? Where is it? Every time there's something that we want, i.e. doctors to get paid properly, no money, no money. But every time there's something that they want, they can find it down the back of the sofa. Funny that. A laser doesn't fix what is wrong with this country, and I would argue that that is the Tory government.